Hello, viewers. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are keeping very safe and healthy wherever you are. All right, welcome back again to my channel. Let's discuss, ways to support our health and well-being. Okay, so today I would like to explore different forms of intermittent fasting and their potential health benefits. Okay, because I can tell you intermittent fasting has numerous health benefits. All right. Mud is not just all about losing weight, it has a lot of health benefits. So just stay tuned because I've done a lot of research to support this teaching. Okay, what is intermittent fasting? What does that mean? Of course, this is a eating pattern that our forefathers had, followed. This is a way of eating. Is a is when you go for extended period of fasting, okay, followed by your normal eating pattern. That is what it means. So fasting and eating at the same time. Then you can as well say is a eating pattern that cycles, normal eating pattern and fasting is a eating pattern that cycles between your normal eating pattern and fasting period. Okay, so in essence, it means fasting and eating. Okay, a corporate period of fasting and period of eating, going for extended period of time without food, and also followed by period of eating normal diet. This is what it means. All right, we know all days and our forefathers, because of lack of availability of food, follow this pattern. Not because they chose to follow it, because there is no food. They have to hunt, they have to farm, they have to do some foraging before they will eat because there's no food. But these days is you are unlikely to fast unless you choose to fast because there is food. We have a lot of food available for us to eat. Okay, that is why we need to discuss the benefits so that you know why. Why do I need to do this? You need to know the reason, the scientific rationale behind doing intermittent fasting. All right. So, first of all, I would like to discuss different forms, or rather, different types of intermittent fasting because it has a lot of types, which some of them are more extreme than others. So, I would like to start with the two popular ones, which is 5:2 method. 5:2 method means eating just about 500 calories of food in 2 days, okay, in a week. A week is made up of 7 days. So it means just eating, you know, 500 calories of food in 2 days. So the rest of the days, you just eat your normal healthy diet. Make sure your diets are healthy because you've lost a lot of nutrients, you've lost a lot of calories. So you should make sure that your diet is very healthy to make up those ones. So the second type is 16:8. As the name implies, it means going for a period of fasting for 16 hours, followed by eating for a period of 8 hours. Okay, that means that you can only eat anything you want within 8 hours. Then the 16-hour period will be for fasting. What does that really mean practically? It means maybe you can start eating from 10 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening, then you stop. Then from 6 p.m. to the next day 8 a.m. To the next day 10 a.m. You'll be fasting. And during that period, you can drink water, you can drink tea, you can drink coffee, you can drink milk, but no food. All right, this is the second type. Now, the third type of this fasting is what we call alternate day fasting. From the name, it means fasting every other day. That means you can fast today, eat tomorrow, fast the next day, eat the next day. All right. The problem with this type is that people don't really maintain it for a longer period of time. All right, that is just the major problem. So the next one is fasting for 24 hours. This is the next type. That one, I don't know. Some people can do it, of course. We see some pastors going for fasting for 21 days without eating at all. So some people can still do it, but it's effective. is very, very effective and is realistic. But this is the extreme of it. Going for fasting, some people can go for 24 days fasting once in a week, or throughout 1 week, or even a month. So it depends on what you want. But I'll always advise, if you really want to embark on this, depending on your, on your need, on your objective, you need to first of all seek advice from your medical practitioner if you have any underlying problems. If you have some medical problems like diabetes, hypertension, heart diseases, you've already had stroke before, you've already have some metabolic problem, depression, some psychological problem as well, like depression, anxiety, you need to consult your doctor, you need to consult your dietitian before you can decide on the type you want to embark on, especially if you have type 1 diabetes mellitus. Okay, without wasting much time, let's move on. Then I want to talk about the contraindications. Yes, people that are really exempted from doing this. One of them is if you are pregnant, you're not allowed to do it. Please, you're not allowed to do intermittent fasting if you are pregnant. The second one is if you have type 1 diabetes mellitus. Remember I said type 1 diabetes mellitus. Then the third one is if you have some eating disorder. If you have some, diagnosed eating disorder, you don't need to embark on this. Okay. Then if you have some, problems like depression, anxiety, you don't need to embark on it. So now we already know the contraindications, we already know the different types. Okay, now let us explore the benefit of doing this fasting, because if it's not healthy, I won't be talking about it here. Read about some research conducted on animals, some on human beings, some on different flies, and they are really beneficial. That is why I started. Let me just talk about this. Okay, because I also observed that most of the people that do or engage on intermittent fasting are just doing it for losing weight reduction, but it has a lot, other than just losing weight. So one of the major benefits of doing intermittent fasting is that, what, it lowers um, insulin levels. It lowers insulin levels. Of course, we know insulin is needed to metabolize carbohydrates. Okay, so what happens when you fast? When you fast, there is no food, there is no calorie intake. So what will happen is that the level of insulin will drop. When this happens, it facilitates fat breakdown. You understand what I mean? Most of fat will be mobilized from the fatty store and then, metabolize on to, provide energy. Most of the fat will be metabolized to produce or provide energy. Okay, so it facilitates fat breakdown because it lowers the insulin level. Okay, so fasting cause a lot of changes in our hormones, in our genes, in our cells. Cause a lot of changes in them. The other thing that happen in hormonal level is that it causes increase in growth hormone, human growth hormone, that is HGH, human growth hormone. This hormone is very, very essential, and it works in opposite to insulin level. Once the insulin level is high, growth hormone will be down. Then, because fasting has reduced level of insulin, now the growth hormone is high. And this growth hormone has a lot of benefit. One is that it facilitates, fat breakdown, fat burning. The second benefit of this human growth hormone is that it facilitates collagen, production, which gives you a healthy skin, and prevents early aging. Yeah, the premature aging. It makes you to age gracefully. Yeah, because high level of human growth hormone will stimulate, a lot of cell repair, causes a lot of cell repair or call it cellular repair. All right. So what I mean by this cellular repair is that during this period, because you are just fasting, there is no intake of calories, but there is high metabolism. There is high metabolism because fat burning is ongoing. What happens is that most of the cell's activities will be rechanneled to removing dead or damaged or dysfunctional proteins from your blood, or what we call free radicals. They will be channeled to remove all these deaths, which brings repair to cells, which brings healthy skin, which make you look more youthful. What am I trying to say? I want to elaborate on this cells repair because I know because of our type of lifestyle these days, we are really causing a lot of damage to our cells. So there is what we call age, that is AGEs. AGEs is very popular in medicine. AGEs means advanced glycation end products. This is what we get from some of our metabolism when we eat something like fats and sugar, or protein and sugar. This combination is quite easy. We eat it every day. We eat it every day. When you eat something like burger with Coca-Cola, burger, you know, with Coca-Cola. When you eat something like barbecue meat with Coca-Cola, it's protein, but it's deep fried with then Coca-Cola. So combination of all these food we eat on daily basis generate what we call dysfunctional proteins. We got a lot of these dysfunctional proteins moving in our bloodstream. Then we got a lot of them moving as sticky proteins. They are dysfunctional. They are not useful because, like flies, say for instance, flying plantain in oil, then to eat with what? Beans, or to eat it with what? Minerals. Sometimes you see people eating fly plantain or potato with minerals. It's a very bad combination. At the end of the day, they will generate what we call AGEs, to generate a sticky protein or dysfunctional protein, which destroys our cells. These AGEs are very dangerous. They are very harmful, especially to our cells. So what happens is that when you are fasting, the cellular function will be channeled to removing those AGEs from your bloodstreams. They'll be removing them one by one from your bloodstream. Once they remove all these things, your blood will become very clear, and then it will stimulate collagen production. Then you'll be more healthy. Then you will not age too fast. You will look more younger because a lot of waste product has been removed from your system. Okay, that is one function of it. Remember I said it lowers insulin level and increases human growth hormones. And when human growth hormone is increased, this is what happens. All right. So next benefit of doing intermittent fasting is that for weight reduction, for weight reduction. In fact, a lot of studies have proven that doing intermittent fasting, reduces your weight by 3 to 8% within 24 weeks. By 3 to 8% within 24 weeks, and reduces your visceral fat by 3 to 7% within the same 6 to 24 weeks. Imagine. This is a lot. A lot. So what happens is that when you are fasting, of course, you're not taking in any calories, but you are using calories. So it's try to strike a balance in calorie equation, because you're not getting in calories, but you are using calories. The calorie level will begin to diminish. And when that happens, your weight will go down. Okay, because at that point, the most of energy expenditure will be from the fat stores. And when fat stores are being metabolized, your weight will go down. That's just simple mathematics. So it's very, very essential, okay, because the mechanism behind intermittent fasting is that when you fast, you give a little break to digestive system. So the digestive system will be at least resting. When it is resting, the cellular activity will channel to other aspects of your life, like removing waste product, like cleansing your body, like trying to do the cells will will try to do any other things. There will be metabolism ongoing, but there is no incoming food. Imagine. So it's very, very healthy. It's very, very healthy. Then it's very good for collagen stimulation or collagen production. I've said it a lot of time. Collagen we know is the building block for our skin. And as we get older, collagen level depreciate or reduces. But when you fast, it increases the human growth hormone and also reduces what we call the cortisol hormone, which is a stressor hormone, and that will stimulate or facilitate collagen production. Okay, and will make your skin appear healthy, remove wrinkles, and make you age gracefully. That is the another benefit of doing this amazing fasting. Then another good benefit of doing it is that it also helps to protect your brain. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease, which is a neurological disease that affect people as they get older, which will cause them to, begin to have some cognitive impairments. They cannot be able to remember things. This fasting helps to generate new neurons because it has tendency of removing waste product from your blood. It also has the capacity to produce new neurons and to protect your brain as well from this degenerative disease, especially the Alzheimer's disease, which affects people as they get older. And this is the major cause of dementia. All right, this is another benefit. It protects your brain and prevents you from having Alzheimer's disease. Then another thing that this amazing, whatever, what I call it, technique or eating pattern, eating pattern does is that it also prevents you from having cardiovascular diseases or some chronic diseases. As we say that once you are fasting, the level of insulin goes down and level of human trophic hormone goes up. So what happens is that when you are fasting, it reduces your chances of having diabetes, especially if you have type 2 diabetes, like insulin resistance. It reduces your chances of having, if you have it, it reduces the chances, reduces the progression of that disease condition, or reduces the chances of you having some complications of that disease condition like diabetes retinopathy and other stuff like that. And again, if you have some pre-diabetic problems, maybe you are not diabetic, but you have chances of having it, or you are exhibiting some chances of diabetes, it will reduce your risk. Okay, and again, it's very essential for reducing your, what they call it, the hypertension level. That will help you to prevent strokes. It's very good to control your bad cholesterol, the triglycerides. It helps you to stabilize the triglycerides, remove the bad cholesterols. It's very, very good. And it also prevents you from having some types of cancers. Of course, it protects your GIT. Yeah, it cleanses your GIT from every waste. So it protects you from having some cancers, some types of cancers. Is very healthy. Then another amazing benefit of this is that it it will increase your lifespan. Yes, make you to age gracefully, have a healthy aging process. It increases your lifespan, so it's very, very good. If it's not good, I won't be talking about that. Even me, I want to consider one of the type, but not just for weight reduction because I'm not too big, because of these healthy benefits. Right, it's very healthy. So another benefit I want to talk about, although I've tried to talk about it a little bit, is that it facilitates autophagy, or what we call cellular repair. Yeah, as I said, this is a process where your body tries to get rid of, some dysfunctional protein from your body or from your bloodstream, because some of these dysfunctional protein, or what we call sticky proteins, are very harmful to our cells. It damages our cells. So during fasting period, your body will trigger, autophagy, which is cell the body I mean self phaging, as in self breakdown. So the body will try to break down some dysfunctional proteins, or sticky proteins or some damaged proteins, and clear your system from all these waste so that your cells will function very well. Then another amazing benefit is that it prevents or reduces oxidative process. We know that oxidation, when we have oxidative stress, it produces what we call radicals, free radicals. Actually, it's these free radicals that causes cancer. When it accumulates in our body, it gives rise to cancer, which is multiplication of cells. Yeah, abnormal multiplication of cells. So what this happen is that during this fasting trigger what we call um anti-oxidative effect or anti-inflammatory effect. It has anti-inflammatory effect. So it reduces that oxidative stress. As we said before, that it reduces cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and increases human growth hormone. So what happens here is that this during fasting, these free radicals that you generate during oxidative process will be eliminated from your bloodstream. And when these things are removed, your chances of having cancer will be reduced drastically. And also it has some anti-inflammatory effect as well. And we know inflammation is always linked to, cancer development, always linked to disease conditions, chronic disease conditions. So when you do this fasting, it reduces your inflammatory, effects all these processes will have in your body. Okay, so it's very, very amazing. Let's try and consider one. In conclusion, I've just said that intermittent fasting is very good because it will reduce your insulin level and increase the woman gonadotrophin hormone, human growth hormones. It will also do what? Enhance good sleep for you. It will reduce your chances of having cardiovascular diseases, some types of cancers. It also help you to, live long and have a healthy skin and age gracefully, have a healthy aging process. Okay, it also helps to remove, free radicals, or it triggers autophagy, which get rid of dysfunctional proteins or AGEs from our bloodstreams. We also say it's an excellent weight management tool to reduce your weight. We also say that it will reduce you having, type 2 diabetes mellitus, which is what insulin resistant, because during this process, insulin level in your bloodstream will drop. Okay, these are just the amazing benefit of it. And we also said that is contradicted in people that are pregnant, is contradicted in people that have type 1 diabetes mellitus. It's also contradicted if you have some eating disorders or you have some psychological problem like depression or anxiety. You shouldn't do this unless you consult with your doctor or a dietitian, okay, for a guide. Okay, this is just what I want to say today. I hope this is useful or beneficial to you. Please try and share this information. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. I will see you again next week. Bye. Take care.